All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to halftime of tonight's contest, where we've got our Cyclone player spotlight. We've got senior number 13, Bryson Rowland, and junior number 17, Justin Whitehead. Guys, appreciate you all coming to join us today.
Yes, sir.
First one we'll get in, last week was week one. Had a rough game against Science Hill, but when you go back and you look at the film, we're close. You know, it's 14-7 going into halftime. If we get on the muck punt, they may not score, we may go up as a punt. If we pinned the ball to one, we missed 3 or 4 tackles when they had that long run. We're right there in the game. How do you feel going into tonight's contest after last week's contest? Bryson, I'm going to start with you.
We definitely feel a lot more confident now knowing what we made, like the mistakes we made, watching film. We kind of know how to fix them. Also, practice this week's been a little bit more intense. We've all been a little bit more focused on what the job is because 0-1 definitely, it's a shot to the heart. So we've been working on getting ourselves ready and prep for this game.
All right, Justin, you.
Coming off a loss, the next week you're going to play better no matter what. So just coming off a loss, I think I would hate to be Mo West right now. Actually, they have the same position that we're in.
Yep.
They lost their rivalry week. So, it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be fun.
That's good. You look at, both of you last year, especially you, Bryson, you was 150% defense.
Yeah.
Justin, you was a little bit of defense, very little offense, and toward the end of the year. Both of you taking on new roles. Go ahead and tell me, what do you think about the new roles you're taking on, and what have you had to do to make sure that you bring the best out of both roles?
Definitely pushing your conditioning. It's one thing that I was not ready for last year was being able to play both ways because I didn't have the conditioning. So push yourself physically in practice. Also relearning the plays because playing defense the whole time, you don't really know the offensive plays as well. So you have to learn a lot and how to pick them apart in weird ways. So.
All right, Justin.
Yeah, so last year, my position, I played quarterback for most of the time last year, so I knew all the plays. But getting back into receiver and defense more, it's just relearning how to play defense, really. And I feel like I've caught up on it pretty quick, but receiver, that's where I was when I came in as a freshman, and just relearning that position has been really fun, so I like it.
All right, let me start with this, and you all touched on it a little bit. Justin, I'll start with you. They're in the same position as you all are, lost to a big rival. It's a little bit different, too, because last year, and you both played last year a lot, especially you, Bryson, on defense. That first win last year against Science Hill, we kind of rolled over there to Morristown West, and next thing you know it's 14-0 that they're ahead of us. How do you approach this game differently this year, Justin, than you all did last year?
Well, last year, like I said, I was behind, so I didn't really, I wasn't ready to go in there and play defense or anything like that like I am this year. So my role, like you said, is completely different. I've got to be ready for anything I can. So it's like I said, it's gonna be fun. It's completely different for me. So I like it. It's gonna be fun.
Bryson, how about you? You go over there last year and we thought we got this. We rolled over Science Hill. This is Mo West. They're 5A school, but we got this. And that was one tough battle last year.
Yeah, you definitely got to give them a little bit more respect. Credit is due where credit's due. So we definitely have to put a little bit more respect on our name and go in there knowing it's going to be challenging, knowing they're going that it's going to be a hard win to get. But like Justin said, I think it's going to be fun.
How has this week's practice been different? Science Hill practice is always weird because we know Coach Whitney starts about November working on the August game. How's this week's practice been different than, let's even say, last week's practice? Bryson, I'll start with you.
This week's practice, it's just been it hurts, and it means more to you when it hurts. So it gives us kind of the determination and motivation to go out there and get our jobs done, get our reps done, watch our film, listen to Coach Whitney, We can't roll over and be an 0-2, We got to get back. We got to start the season off where it needs to go.
Justin?
Like you said, coming off a loss, it means more to you. You want to get back in the win column. So you don't want to go into that second game we're still thinking about the loss we just had. You want to have a good week of practice and go into the game confident.
Great answer, Justin.
Final question. We ask a lot of this, Bryson, this is especially geared towards you. Being a senior, when your 4 years are done and you take off that uniform, hopefully December the 4th or 5th,
Yeah.
what do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be?
I want to be somebody who's remembered by their character, somebody that Coach Winton can look back on and say, be like Rowland, he was the one that done the hard work, he done the alignment and assignment, and he was always there where he needed to be. So that's definitely what I want to be remembered for, not really the whole big spotlight thing.
All right, Justin, you're a junior. Your brother graduated last year. He sort of told you what to expect next year. But rolling into your junior year, how do you want to make your thumbprint or your fingerprint on this year's team?
Well, I want to be a guy that asks questions, and some people can ask me questions, I answer them too. So I want to turn into a leader and be a guy that all these guys can depend on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight's halftime Cyclone Spotlight. We appreciate the guys joining us. We'll go back to the station for this break. When we come back, we'll have more halftime entertainment, tonight's game against Morristown West. All that after these words.